bringing the Dodge in today because he's going to be going on a little trip, and he just wants to do some maintenance to it before he takes it any distance.
Well, I got a lot I want to do. I want to change the oil, I want to grease it, I want to pull the wheels, I want to look at the brakes. I got to fix this. My broken grill. I found my grill.
The friendly grill that waves to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to take this off right now and replace it. So I'll get some tools and you'll get my grill.
Alrighty.
Well, don't tell me that's bolted in there. Is that thing bolted? I think it is. Not kidding me.
How are you supposed to get to?
I thought it was just sitting on top and you just lifted it. Apparently I was wrong. You ever been wrong?
No, never.
I'm gonna tell you, Dodge Ram should thank their lucky stars that they partnered up with Cummins years ago, because if they hadn't, I doubt there'd even be a Ram or Dodge truck around these days, because they're just absolute crap. There's two things they got right: the Town and Country, and getting with Cummins in their 3/4 1 ton 4,500 5,500 trucks. Other than that, epic fail. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get a mirror and look and see how that comes apart, because I really can't tell.
Alright, I'll get it. So before I could get the mirror, he ended up just pulling it out. It was a body clip.
Yeah, there's body clips down there. Down here.
Yeah.
So, now, we'll see if that grill we have actually fits. I don't know if it's just for this truck. Peter had it, and he said it would fit my truck. I don't know. I never even looked at it.
Well,
He bought it for his truck and never put it in. Sold the truck. I don't know what that's like. I wouldn't do that. More than a few times a year. It's like they're butterfly wing nuts. Like, they're like kind of a wall anchor, toggle bolt. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. I've never opened it. He gave it to me and told me it'd fit my truck. Ooh, that looks pretty.
anything's got to look better than that broken up mess.
Yeah. Well, I really need a new grill because the outer chrome parts broke too, but oh yeah. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Isn't that lovely? So these must be left and right. Apparently. Okay. I guess I should probably look at the instructions to see how I'm supposed to tear this apart. How I'm supposed to break everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a look at it.
Well, it definitely looks better.
Kind of makes the rest of the grill look bad now.
Well,
Don't it?
I mean, yeah, it's beat up, but
It's an improvement.
you want to replace it eventually anyway.
Yeah, I'd love to find a replacement grill and bumper. Just ain't been able to locate one.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot better. At least it doesn't look broken up.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't look like the neglected child anymore. Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, looks good.
That is so much gooder. I don't feel nearly as bad about driving her now. I'm not taking care of her. If anybody has a nice grill and bumper for a 12, yeah, this one's a 12, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I could use one, but that's good. Okay, let's go have some lunch, and then we're gonna drain the fluids and pull the wheels.
Okay.
So one of the problems with this truck is the steering is kind of stiff, but look how tight that wheel is. Look at this side. It's like the slides of the brake pads are stuck. So we're going to take it all apart, get a look at it, see what all we need to do. Got stuck. Guess I'll need a bigger hammer. See that? Iron filings. Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Balancing beads.
Mm-hmm.
This tire is wearing pretty good. The other side not as good. I guess we need a light. See how this is cupped on the edges? Balancing beads in there too. So the steering is tight on this, like there's nothing loose, but you can tell just how weird that wears that cupping. So we gotta find out why. Oh crap. Maybe it's just stuck. Alright, you can see how this discolored here. This has been hot. It's been warm into here too. And these calipers, look at all the rust built up on the slides right in here. Looks like they have some pad in there, but look like they've been hot. We'll get it apart. You see that? You can see in here. See how they discolor the pad? That's been hot. That's been hot. So we'll get this apart, but watch your camera in here. See if we can get that light to stick. We got some play somewhere. I think it's like a wheel bearing. I can hear it. I just can't see it. Oh man, look what people do. Look at this down in here. They put a wheel bearing in here, didn't do this right, so the wire is literally getting rubbed in two by the rotor because they didn't put it in the holder. That's supposed to be right there. Yeah, look how hot they've been. They're just disintegrating. God. See how it's split here? It's cracking from the heat.
It's a shame because they're not too awful worn.
Oh, look down here. Look at that.
Oh boy.
It's just falling apart.
Oh my, well, probably good thing you
It
checked
wasn't.
these.
It wasn't like that. It just fell apart, but still.
I know, but if it's that brittle, it's not good.
Yeah, here's all the pieces falling out of it. In here. Oh yeah. Yep. Bit of rust on the inside of the rotor. Oh, yeah, look how easy it turns now.
Imagine that.
Okay, now we gotta check the inside U-joint and make sure it's okay. Man, somebody's put joints in this? I don't see a grease fitting though. Must be playing the ball joint. That's pretty cool. The ball joints have these little grease caps on them for the grease fitting. That's pretty cool. You'll be able to see it. I'll have to show you. Let's get it out. But we'll get these slides off of here. We'll get them cleaned up. If I had a bead blaster, sandblast cabinet, I'd blast these and clean them up. But it's looking like we're probably gonna put at least pads on it. We'll try and push these calipers in, see if they're any good, if we need to replace them. I don't think I've put, how long have I owned this truck? A year?
September was a year.
Over a year.
Near the end of September.
I've run four tanks of fuel in it and all that time, so I don't need to rebuild or resurrect this truck. I just need to maintain it. So if we don't need rotors, they feel pretty good. I could probably scuff them up for new pads because it doesn't pulsate at all. They're nice and smooth, which is surprising. Anyways, let's get this off. Well, the slides still work. That's good. So it was probably just the pads that were stuck. We'll get yeah, you can feel a divot there where those were sitting. God. I mean, for this truck to be 2012 and only have 95,000 miles on it when I got it, it obviously sat a lot. It was a farm truck, so you know how farm stuff gets. So next we're gonna go ahead and push the calipers in here, so we need to get something for that next. These are going in pretty easy, so the caliper is not the problem. Obviously it's not the hose, because if the hose was bad it'd be tough to get it to push back in if that's what was holding the brakes applied, which it isn't. It's going in real easy. So imagine it's just the slides and the pads that are falling apart from being hot. So this has probably just got rusty from sitting. I don't see any big issues with this. Pistons look to be okay, not overheated, not breaking apart. This dust seals look good. I'll probably clean these up and reuse them for this time. I don't think I'll even machine these rotors. I think I'll probably scuff them up with one of the discs that I have for rotors, and put new pads and clean the slides. Now we need to check it. It's got some movement here, and I gotta find what's going on. I don't want to have this fall. So when you get a bungee cord and hold that on there, because I don't want this to fall and then, you know, stress that hose and be a problem. Okay. I'll straighten this out. Try and find that tray. Listen. Oh, it's in top ball joint. You can see it right here. Just ever so slightly. It's so minor. If I find a place to put the light. It won't blind you. Very minor. Not enough I'm going to worry about it right now. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. We've already checked the steering. All the steering components are tight as tight can be. I was just amazed by that. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do on this side. So, I'll get everything tore apart, and then we'll order everything at one time. I don't want to just go willy-nilly ordering stuff. I'd like to do it all at the same time. I checked the axle joint too, and it's fine. There's no play in the axle joint. It looks like it's been replaced. It's got like that new rust on bare metal look, but no greasable, not a greasable U-joint. Okay, get the other side apart. God. You see how hard that is to turn.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at them. They've been overheated too. So I need to run the caliper in just a little bit. Okay, just enough. Never sees. That's good. So dark over here.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get a light.
You need a headlamp, and then you can always be pointing in the direction you need. You have one somewhere.
Yeah. It's a shame. Look how thick those brake pads are. Look how much easier it turns.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame. You know what? I think I'm just gonna take the bracket loose this way. More never sees. That's the whole brake pad.
Oh my.
Just fell off. God, can't even get that one out. If you can't get them out, what do you think that means?
I don't know.
They're rusted in place.
Well, yeah. I thought you meant something else.
Yeah. So you may not be able to see that, but there's a bunch of rust built up under here. It's real bumpy, lumpy. You can see where the brake shoe or brake pad was sitting right here. It couldn't go any farther. Okay. Surprisingly, though, the thing stopped pretty well. All right, we got to look at it. We got to run this caliper in, make sure it's okay.
You don't have your C-clamps, do you?
No.
I don't get it.
Look, you can tell the top one. See this? See the discoloration here, the rust? So this one was probably pushing more on here. So this one was probably stuck harder, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if these push in okay. Normally, I would just replace everything. I'd do hoses, calipers, rotors, hubs, but at 2,000 miles in a year, or under 2,000, like probably, we bought it with 95.9. I think it's at 97.4. So 1,500 miles in a year. I don't think I'm going to do all that. Not necessary. All right, let me have my seat clamp. see how easy this goes in. If it goes in without much effort, then I'll be okay. Like newer cars, they want you got to use a computer to push these back in or what have you. This old stuff, we don't have to. A lot of times it's better just to crack the bleeder and let all that nasty old brake fluid come out. When we replace the calipers on something, we flush the fluid at the same time. Anytime the system's open, I just like to flush it, let it drain, get it all out. Yeah, this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Yeah, that's good. They're just fine. Now we need to hold this one up and check the ball joints on this side.
All right, I'll get you another bungee.
The shield's rubbing right there. What's left of it. Look at this ABS wire in here. Again, you know, not put in right. Can you see it?
I mean, I see your thumb. You're always covering everything up.
Right there. It's supposed to be in a holder right in here. So there's no use in me replacing that and fixing it until I'm ready to.
Wow, look how nice that is.
Yeah. Yep. The bearing feels good. I'm not gonna fool with that ABS right now. I think we just scuffed that rotor up enough. Normally I'd machine this so that we have a nice new surface for the rotor or for the brake pads to seat into, but being though this thing will sit a lot, sometimes it can be just a waste of material because you have to take some material off. And if I do that and this thing sits and starts to rust again, all I did was reduce the thickness, so when it gets hot it's more likely to warp, so we won't fool with that. But calipers are good, hoses are okay. Clean that up. We got it on jack stand, so now we're going to move the back and take it apart. Look at those brakes, they're probably just as bad. I welded on this thing with a hammer for how long? It would not come loose. Put a little jack in there. I think I'm going to take this and weld a piece of pipe onto it so it sits on that for next time, because that just works slicker than snot on a doorknob. Doesn't mean we're done, it just means the outside one's off now. The inside one still may be a problem. There it goes. Well, these are brand new pads in here, and they're not overheated. So this is not, well, I don't know. You can kind of see it may have been a little warm. I don't know.
Did you try and spin these tires?
Well, it's in park.
Oh, well,
So,
probably wouldn't work.
yeah, it might move a little. Yeah, look, that's not held up at all. Bearing feels good. Yeah, okay. If you remember when I bought this, remember this was a farm truck that's been to a bunch of dealerships trying to get this transmission problem fixed, and they couldn't find it. And the guy spent a pile of money trying to do it, and then it obviously sat somewhere, I'm sure. But that's okay. It suits us just fine, right?
Yep.
Alright, we'll get this side apart. This side works, moves just fine. This side will not budge. It is froze, so that'll be a problem. Look, this side, it's funny that the brake pads aren't nearly as stuck. Interesting. But the slide's stuck. These come out pretty easy. Look at that. Like brand new. And not separated. But that slide is stuck, so we'll have to get that out of there. That'll be fun. So let's get this bracket off. That rotor feels pretty good. Not upset about that at all. There's no pulsation in these brakes at all. So, yeah, there you go. We gotta push this in, check this caliper, make sure it's okay too. Let's do that next. I don't think it's moved. Well, maybe it has. Wonder we should soak it. All it took a little clean up on the wire wheel. Now we gotta get the inside cleaned. The first thing I'll do is soak that with Blaster. I'll just a bunch of it in there. And I'll get a file. Rub file in there. Look at that. That'll do. I'm not trying to take any material off, I'm just trying to get all the rust out of there. That'll work.
What's the matter? You acted like you were having trouble finding something here.
This is organized chaos.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, you see in here? See how crusty this is and how much buildup there is? If I took a wire wheel to this, all I'm going to do is polish that. It's not going to get it clean. So, take this little file. We're just going to get in the corners, because a lot of times those get overlooked. All we want to do is flatten this out so that the brake pad can go in there and move freely. So now we have, can you see that? Nice clean corners. Everything looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that for every single caliper mount. 4 times 4. Got one left.
Okay, well, I think they get the idea.
You think?
I think.
One done. I use this stuff for the slides. There's a lot of controversy every single time I do brake jobs on what you should use in your slides and whatever. I don't really care. Use whatever you like. I use what I like. It works, has been for a long, long time.
Well, he got this cleaned up and back together and got these little stainless pieces cleaned up. Now he's spraying. What is that stuff?
It's called Disc Brake Quiet.
Yeah, that. He's spraying that. I know you always use it, but I guess I never knew what it actually was.
I think it just basically, it's sticky, so it makes it stick to the caliper.
Yeah.
So when you let off the brakes, it helps it come back. I don't know. Or
I mean,
it's just an insulator between the two metal surfaces. I don't know.
I mean, I've read the can, but it still didn't really explain to me what it was. So, you know.
We'll see. I use it all the time. I don't have squeaky brakes, so maybe it works. I don't know.
Well, it must.
Maybe it don't. What do I know? See. Here, let's see. Which way do I want that squealer to go? Well, whatever. I suppose I really care. in there. It's so hard to see in here.
I'm sure.
Crap. Is this the right one? Let's see inside. Let's see outside. This inside. I can't tell which one's which now.
How could you tell anyway?
Because
It's
one.
different.
See how this has 2 rings? This would have been the piston. So these would have been the inside. It's just hard for me to see in here to get this put into place. I should wait until this dries a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm getting it all over me. Never mind.
You don't do very well waiting.
Hmm?
You don't do very well waiting
No.
on anything.
Nope. I'm not patient at all.
Nope.
That's why I should never paint cars. Man, look how nice that goes in and out of there now. Lovely. This tire was low, and I found 2 spots that had something in it. They weren't leaking, but sometimes they won't leak unless you're parked on them. It don't want to come out, does it?
Mm-mm.
It's not a rock, it's like a nail, because there's one right here too.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, could be a leaker right there. I don't hear nothing now. You see any bubbles?
I think, yeah. Unless it's because you're moving the screwdriver around. Let me put my ear down there. I don't hear nothing.
Thing is, once you put water on, they're a little harder to see. Man, look at that.
That's really in there.
I bet it's in there crooked too. It feels
Yeah.
like it's going on an angle.
It looks like it's sideways or
Oh, look at that. It goes in this way.
something. Oh boy.
Oh, I don't think that was leaking.
No, because it would be hissing like crazy because I just aired it up. It's got at least 50 pounds in it. If it is, it's not like a really major one.
Kidding me? Not a leak.
Is that both spots where the...
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, look, here's one. Where's the other?
Mm.
But they were both in there crooked. This one was in there crooked too.
Weird. I don't know if there's any more.
I don't know, but we're gonna mark this so that we don't lose it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, because we didn't even pull anything out of that. Feel it.
Oh, it's still in there. I was going to say it looked like it's in there. Oh, which is great. Yep.
Take that before I drop it.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh my crap.
Oh, yay.
Unreal. And there's another plug right down here. Check this out. been plugged right here already. I checked that real good to make sure it's not bubbling. It's funny because we didn't, I thought it was where the 2-piece of nail were.
Well, you'd think.
You thought you saw something in here, but I don't feel anything.
I thought I felt something with my nail, just the tip of something hard, but maybe not.
I guess we'll run with it, see what it does.
Okay.
Jeez, oh, Pete, lady.
What?
This is, look at the rotor on this. See all them grooves in it?
Yeah.
That's from this thing being not moving. The caliper was free, but I can't even get the pads out. They're so stuck in the slides. So I'll take the slides off. Again, I don't think I'm gonna replace that rotor. God, look at that. Look at the rust. Wow. You can feel a little wear into this. It's been pretty hot. Which when they get hot, they can lose their effectiveness to brake. Man, holy crap. They're stuck. Well, I guess we'll just take the bracket off like I was gonna. The slides are free, so that's good. We'll check the caliper here in a minute, but I think it's gonna be all right because I pushed the pistons in a little bit to get it off of there. So, yeah, get a socket and get this bracket off. We'll just... I've had enough of this. God.
I'll hold that mud flap out of the way.
Hmm?
I said I'll hold that stupid mud flap out of the way.
We need a 2-post lift. I don't know. The same guy did the front, didn't do the back because there ain't no never sees on that. There ain't none. And there was some on the front, and then the caliper bolts didn't have any C's on it either. I need that hammer from the other side.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let this mud flap down.
Right.
I don't want to hit you in the head with it.
Jeez, man. Which side do you think was stuck? Well, they're not deteriorating. Yeah, I'm okay reusing them. We'll take this all apart, clean up the slides. A little bit of crud there, might have just been from what I just did. Okay, let's get this apart and clean them up. Yeah, that caliper's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that caliper at all. That rotor's got some grooves in it, but there's enough meat there we can take it apart and turn it. Because our one local Napa store will still turn rotors, they say. Not many around do it, but I'm not going to do this today. I'm just going to put this back together and put all the slides, clean them all up, because it's really not kind of worth it. Because it'll break fine. It'll be alright. I'm not concerned. I'm the only one that drives this anyway, so not a big deal. don't know if you can see that, but I swirled the finish on that rotor just to give us a little bit roughed up for the new brake pads. And I got the slides all cleaned up, and now we're greasing. I think the only thing that's greasable on this whole truck is the ball joints. I think everything else is sealed up. So we're about done on this side. We're going to turn it and do the other side. I got this side cleaned out good. I put this one in, and it has a hard spot. Well, I can move this one over to here. No hard spot at all. Look at this. You can see that shiny spot right there. It's mushroomed. So we must have beat on it or something. You can actually feel it raised right there. So we're going to take a flapper disc and trim that off so it's not doing that anymore. I don't want to get it stuck. Stick a flap disc to the end of it. You can actually see how it's a little off. It's a little higher on one side.
You're a little off.
A little higher on one side. Yeah, that'll work. Now we'll just put us a little bit of the whole purple goo on there. You put too much in here and it's going to ooze back out. Some guys think that's a bad thing, but I actually think it's okay because it keeps like a bit of that goo at the opening. I'm okay with that. Alright, we're ready to put it on. I knew I had some lights out on this bed, so I wanted to get that fixed too while I'm in here and I'm waiting on my parts. So all of the problems with the lights that didn't work were simply ground issues. You know, they run these LED lights and they run this pigtail with a ring terminal that looks very much like this, and they put a little steel self-tapper through it, and that's just a really thin little ring terminal. And same thing on these. And then, you know, because you put steel through a little tin, real thin steel eyelet, and then you run it into an aluminum bed, the corrosion process just, you know, takes right over real fast. Now, I probably could have repaired this, except for this grommet is so hard that I couldn't get the light out of it. So it broke the light. So we're just going to go ahead and replace it. I'm not going to do the all-out normal repair here because this whole entire bed needs rewired. Every light that doesn't work has been a connection problem so far. Yeah, license plate light here. It's blue for some reason. I don't know. It's kind of weird. This one I haven't tested yet, but all the others have been, you know, connection problem. But I'm going to go ahead and rewire this whole bed. I just don't want to do it until I'm ready to take it off. There you go. I want to take this bed off. I got some work to do to the hitch plate back here. This receiver tube is too low. I'd like to cut this center section out, put in, maybe replace this with, you know, something else so that I can use that hitch plate and put a pintle hook in here. That receiver tube is just too low. I'd like to cut this out here and just kind of come down a little bit, or whatever, I don't know, we'll figure something out. But I gotta repair all this, and then I'll just go ahead and order up all new lights through Parts Am, so when I get back I can change everything out and actually wire it correctly. So this could actually be one of the problems with the wiring on this. This is a THHN wiring product meant for like to be inside conduit for shop wiring, house wiring, stuff like that. It's a much coarser, as you can tell, it doesn't bend very well. The strands are a lot coarser and stiff, so you put them in a situation like this where they vibrate a lot and the strands start to break. So that could be part of the problem that we've had with this. Got all lights working. I just replaced the ones we needed to. They were using a rivet. The ring terminal went through a rivet for a ground, so it wasn't a steel self-tapper. I didn't replace anything that didn't need to be. That was the only actual bad light. All the other ones were just bad connections. So I just went ahead and did that just for now because this bed needs to come off. It needs a bunch of repairs. We got some broken welds all over the place. The wiring is atrocious. And the only 7-pin is way up here. There's not one in the rear. So there's a lot to do, but we need to get the bed off the truck to make some other changes if we get to it. But I'm running out of time because I still have to go get the trailer and bring it over here. Yeah, look at this nice fine stuff here. And I got to go through the trailer and make some changes and make some repairs, and I'm running out of time, huh, lady?
Yep.
Next thing I'm working on is this latch. In the lock position, you can't hold the handle down, plus the handle's stuck. So we're going to take it apart and correct this. When the latch is laying where you could fold it if it wasn't seized, the door won't stay locked. This needs to be up, so we got to take all this apart. It's a C-clip here and a nut here that has that jammed into place, so we'll take that apart and see what we can do. It wasn't necessary to take that C-clip off. I just need to adjust the two nuts here, and I took advantage of it and moved this in closer so I can move this striker closer because it was kind of loose when it closed. So I think we got it in the right position now, and I've been using blaster on this and worked it, and it'll work. I don't know if I need to put a bungee on it just in case for the trip or not, but I'll have some. The other side, this is completely busted off, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. We'll have to see. Well, as you can see, there's no handle there at all. I don't know. I have another one, but it's different. This one doesn't have any holes through the front. This one does, and the holes are in a different location. It's made kind of the same, I guess. Pretty close to the same. I don't know. I got it moving though, so that's in the wind column for sure. I don't have anything I can use on this as a handle, but yeah, we'll see. Well, all the fluids are back in and all the filters are in. I like to put the filter numbers here so we have them for next time. And we've ran it, started up, run it, and made sure oil pressure came up. The very next step we need to do, the most important step when we do brakes on anything, is to pump the brake pedal up. Because if you hit that the first time, all those calipers are compressed, so we have to push them all back out. I guess we better check that brake. There we go, that's it. Better check our brake fluid too. See how it feels. Alright, now I'll go ahead and check the brake fluid again. I'm not concerned about that ABS light. I'll fix that one day. It's weird. Brake fluid's good after pumping the brake pedal. All the brakes are pumped up, so we're good to go. We'll take it on a test drive, make sure everything's okay, and I'm going to start loading up some incidentals, extra oil, extra coolant, some brake parts cleaner, hand cleaner, and then some miscellaneous tools that I'll take with me. So we got all our lights working. I think mechanically, I've done everything I wanted to do. So let's take care of that next. Well, seems like the truck is running and driving just fine. I'll get a look underneath it when I get back. Make sure there's no leaks or anything weird going on. But other than that, I think we're about ready to go get the trailer and start going over it. I'm planning my trip. I'm going to be leaving soon. I'm taking this and my 40-foot gooseneck trailer. I need to get the trailer over here and get a look at it. And I'm taking that trailer because I'm making 2 stops, maybe 3. And I'm hoping that my 40-foot long gooseneck trailer is full for the trip home. So if that means anything to you, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. One of the things I'm looking at getting is pretty incredible. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one. Now that's a nice motor. Made it back, and I don't see any drips. Hopefully she's okay. Time to go get my gooseneck. Get it ready to go.